Hey, I'm Jacob Hill, and today I wanted to talk Georgia football with everyone. It was good to have college football back this weekend. I know I was excited. I was watching all of it. And Georgia took it to Clemson Saturday. And that's really what I wanted to talk about. They opened up with Clemson this past Saturday in Athens, and they really took it to them. And when talking about football on the weekend after the game, Kirk Herbstreit of ESPN Game Day said they looked like they were the best team in college football. And I mean, it's kind of hard to disagree with that after what they did to, what was supposed to be a really good Clemson team. If you ask my little brother, on the other hand, he'll tell you that there's no reason that Georgia's stud running back Todd Gurley doesn't win the Heisman this year. And I mean, it's really hard to argue with that as well. After his statistics came out from ESPN's website, he had nearly 300 total yards for Georgia and 4 touchdowns, which leads you to believe that USA Today made a strong selection when they announced him as their college football player of the week, America's college football player of the week. So that was exciting. Mark Richt, when talking to reporters after the game, he talked to SEC reporter Mike Brown, and he told him that he was really excited with the way his boys battled and how they came through and stuck together as a team, and he's really looking forward to what they do in 2 weeks for South Carolina. Which brings up my uncle. When talking to my uncle about the game, he's a big Georgia football fan, and he said basically the same thing as Mark Richt, talking about how the boys looked really good and they were playing strong, playing together as a team. They look healthy, they look energetic, and he's really excited about what they're going to do against South Carolina in 2 weeks because their bye week is this week. Well, that really brings me to my next schedule or my next subject, and that's the Bulldogs' schedule this year. They opened up with a tough Clemson team this past week, and then they have their bye week and open up with or play South Carolina, which is another strong SEC school. But really, some sports reporters have already been talking about it, and they already came out and said that Georgia has one of the easier schedules in the SEC and in college football. Not college football this year, but in the SEC. And so that leads people to believe that Georgia should definitely make a strong run towards the new 14 playoff this year implemented in college football. And that's really exciting. And we really look forward to, how the season turns out and what they do against South Carolina this year. Uh, their schedule, like I mentioned, is pretty easy. So the reporters say they play Florida, and really the next big game they have is Auburn. When Auburn comes to Athens, Georgia, in mid-November, so that's going to be really questionable. A lot of people remember what happened last year in Auburn, how they made their glorious run, and how everyone was really excited about what they did. And unluckily for Georgia fans, Auburn has a lot of those players returning. They didn't lose much. So I was talking to my dad about that, and he said he's really excited and can't wait to see, all the media and the hype and all the stuff that's going to be around that game. That's in the middle of November because, best case scenario, I guess, for everyone is that both of those teams are undefeated coming into that weekend, and that game has a big impact on what SEC schools make it to the new college playoff. So that's what we were talking about. And Auburn, they definitely have a lot of their players returning and a strong program. So we'll see how Georgia competes against them. Unfortunately for all the Bulldog fans, I know this is their bye week. That's no fun, but it is great to have college football back on, like I said at the beginning. And we really look forward to having a good year.